Hello Gemini, welcome to your reading for October. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. I hope you like my spooky setup. This is going to be a slightly esoteric reading because these oracle cards are very cryptic and kind of dark, but in a really good way. And I feel like this is a great time for us to embrace that part of ourselves so that we can, well, evolve. I said dark. Greet the darkness, Gemini. Here, where the spine bends and the mouth quivers, breathes the hidden, the pieces that make you whole but cut deep with all of their sharp edges. Some of you may be doing shadow work. But before I get ahead of myself, let's pull all your oracles and then we will move on to your tarot. The vow. Beautiful. Look at the contrast here and the colors. Stunning. Lastly, little luxuries generates luxurious surroundings and experiences. Very Venusian energy. Alright, let's talk about these real quick. Alright, I will be referring to the book periodically. Now, this particular card is a call to go deep into your dark corners. It talks about how there are parts of you that are beautiful but remain undiscovered, and you must allow yourself to open up to the unknown. And the only way to do this is by confronting old wounds, lost memories, feelings of shame, guilt, and disappointment. Like I said, this is called shadow work, a practice that allows you to make friends with your demons rather than hide from them. What seems like a monster is really a lost part of you needing love and support. These feelings, I feel, are trying to help you find the beautiful gems that are waiting in the dark spaces of your being. Confront whatever feelings you have surrounding the situation and allow those feelings to surface and face them without fear. Greet them and ask them how you can work together. Journal your meditative conversations with your dark parts. Within their words of advice, you will discover the lost or missing pieces of yourself. We are all made up of dark and light, and I'm not going to give you a lecture on that just yet. But I feel like there is a part of you that you are hiding from. And that is very easy for a Gemini to do. Now, my Mercury and Venus are both in Gemini. So, considering I have so much heavy Gemini in my chart, I completely relate to your archetypes, to your personalities. The duality that we are born with can make it difficult for us to truly understand who we are. And in that struggle, we get lost. Our true selves get lost. But once you start embracing that duality, that all right, we are not just one person. We have a few different archetypes within our psyche, and we can pick and choose who we want to be that day. That is not being fake. That is you truly embracing the different parts of yourself. There are some days where we're loving. There are some days when we're angry. There are some days when we're a hard worker. There are some days when we're a lazy bum who wants to Netflix and chill. Those are different archetypes. They're different parts of you. Embrace every single part of you. Don't be ashamed when one particular day you wake up and feel like a sloth. Well, I'm a sloth today. I'm going to embrace that. I'm giving you a very surface level example. There is a need for you to go deeper here. Okay? Ask yourself, in your relationships, let's say if there are conflicts, how are you contributing to those conflicts? All right? It takes two to tango. There is something that you may be doing that you are ashamed of, something that you are unwilling to look at. But once you start working with those shadows is when you can truly start shining, right? Now, when it comes to the vow, and this does talk about a promise, obviously, but it talks about a promise that you don't only make to someone else, but a promise you make to yourself. Ask yourself, what is that particular promise that you may have broken? Have boundaries been dissolved? Have you let somebody else command your self-worth? Have you let somebody else take the reins of your life? Have you promised something to somebody else and you haven't lived up to it? That again is a part of shadow work. There is a sense of ritual and ceremony that surrounds the vow. And if you're familiar with Harry Potter, the unbreakable vow that Snape makes to Draco Malfoy's mother, it's almost a blood oath. If that vow is broken, Snape dies, right? There is a particular promise that needs to be made or needs to be upheld, whether it is a promise to yourself or it is to somebody else. And it carries a lot more seriousness than you realize. Look deeper into this vow. Look deeper into this oath and make sure you are upholding it, because words are spellings. They're called spells for a reason. The universe listens to all of it. Right? I'm not talking about woo-woo magic here. I'm talking about a higher power keeping a track of everything that we are doing. Keep your promises, Gemini. When it comes to little luxuries, it's an interesting little card. It's a little strange. Now, this particular symbol was designed to capture the sunlight or the sunshine that glinted through diamonds. Okay? And this particular symbol is now used to manifest luxury. It's used to manifest money and, well, just fame, fortune, success. So it is possible that you may be feeling a lack of the above. You may be feeling guilty for, let's say, buying something for yourself. You may be feeling like, I'm not worthy of this, I don't deserve to splurge. You may be feeling like these luxuries and these experiences, they may not belong in your life for any particular reason. You may also feel that if you do indulge, you will be judged. But I almost feel like, look at this as a reward. Look at this as something that you deserve. There may be little luxuries coming in your way that the universe is sending as a present. Well, you've been doing shadow work. You've greeted the darkness. You've done the tough job. Here's a little present for you, Gemini. Accept it. This particular symbol can also be used. I can hold it up for you again. You can take a little screenshot and you can print it out, or you can just draw this symbol on a piece of paper, put a glass of water on it and consume it, so that you start manifesting these little luxuries that you've been hoping for. Slightly weird right here, but then, well, it's shown up for a reason. All right, let's get to your tarot. Your ruler is finally going direct on the 2nd of October. Things should start getting better, not just for you, but for everybody on the planet. Okay, so I'm freestyling this. No particular order. We have the 5 of Swords, the 7 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, and the 6 of Wands. Bottom row. Two sixes together. 6 of Cups, Judgment, the 5 of Wands, and the World. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Cups, we have the Emperor, we have the King of Cups, and the 4 of Wands. Beautiful. And we have the Empress. I'm going to take it. All right. Now, Gemini. Lots of minor arcana here. So I feel like some of you may be dealing with a lot of day-to-day, everyday kind of energies, nothing too significant. At the same time, we do have the World and Judgment with the Emperor and Empress, so that could be pretty powerful. But let's get to it. With the 5 of Swords and the World, I feel like there is some kind of change that you are running away from. There is something that you need to graduate from this, whatever this situation is that you are dealing with. There is an ascension that needs to happen from it. There's an evolution that needs to happen from it. But either you're just looking for a shortcut to this success, or you're just like, I don't want to deal with this. It's too much. This is too heavy, whatever it is. I'm just going to walk away and distract myself. With the 7 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands, this is manifesting itself as a conflict that has been present for a very long time. The Seven of Pentacles talks about divine timing. It talks about waiting to reap your harvest. But when it is matched with the Five of Wands, I'm almost feeling like it is you harboring some kind of resentment against somebody. Again, I don't know what this is. But with the Four of Cups and Judgment, I'm almost feeling like, now we do know that the Judgment card could represent somebody from the past returning. But at the same time, the Judgment card also talks about a decision. It talks about leaving the past where it belongs and truly transforming whatever this is into something brand new. But with the Four of Cups, you're not looking at it. It's almost like you're sitting in, you're marinating in this energy of conflict. Whether this was a conflict that truly manifested itself in your reality, or it is a conflict deep within yourself, I feel like that chaos, that darkness has very deeply rooted itself in your psyche, and you're not being able to extract yourself from this. Thankfully, for once, these are minor arcana. This is something that is in your own hands. This is up to your own free will. This is not being orchestrated by the universe. What is being orchestrated by the universe? The major arcanas, the World and the Judgment card. The universe is giving you a little nudge. Gemini, release this. It's dead, done, over with. I'm not talking about a relationship being dead, done, over with. I'm talking about your perception of that relationship being dead, done, over with. You may be looking at something as, this is too complicated. It's mired in chaos for me. I don't even want to indulge anymore. What are you doing in that process? You are escaping. And what happens when you escape? You get caught. These things will catch up with you. You need to greet this darkness, whatever this is. You need to work towards it, work on it. With the Six of Wands and the Six of Cups, it's possible that this could be, it could represent a soulmate. It could represent someone you have a built-in contract with in this lifetime, someone you were meant to deal with. This is telling me that you need to go back to the times, maybe when you made a vow. You need to go back to the times when things were happier, when things were shinier. I'm not talking about putting rose-colored glasses on. I'm talking about seeing the duality of the situation. Was it always bad? Or did it have snippets of happiness thrown in here and there? Filter out those snippets of happiness. You know how when people are looking for gold, right? They sift out the sand so the gold nuggets can show themselves. Sift out the sand is what I'm getting here. I feel like there is something right here with the Emperor and the Empress. Now, this could be a divine match. This could be the universe trying to bring two people together with the Four of Wands. This could be something that is destined to be. But right now, it's mired in conflict and arguments and debate. Sift out the sand. Leave the bullshit behind. Look at the nuggets of gold. Ask yourself, is this worth it? Is this enough? If it's not, walk away. But if you feel like a few of those nuggets can be reinvested and made into a beautiful chunk of gold, work on it. The Seven of Pentacles also talks about investment. Make sure you're not investing in that conflict. With the King of Cups and the Two of Cups right here, you can't make this up. This is a love reading through and through. There is somebody in your reality who has deep feelings for you. Somebody who has a lot of love for you. They may not express it as readily as you would like. It doesn't mean it's not there. I'm not condoning the fact that you should wait around for someone to express how they feel. No. But a lot of planets have been retrograding. Major planets. And those retrogrades have been causing a lot of chaos. Once these planets go direct in the month of October is when clarity will ensue. That is the time for you to make decisions. Alright? Let's get you a few charms to close this off. We have a camera, we have the letter V, and we have a feather. Now the V could be your initial, could be the initial of someone you're dealing with, doesn't have to be. The camera talks about memories, that nostalgia. What is it that brought you joy in the past? Look at old photographs. That may help you relieve this tension, and it may take you back to happier times. That may help prompt that question. Is it worth it? Maybe it is. The feather could talk about lightness of spirit. It could talk about lightening your load, maybe taking a vacation. It could also talk about a conversation. Maybe there's a lot that you're keeping bottled up. Try and have a conversation without indulging in conflict, without being argumentative. And same goes for a cross watcher, if anyone's watching. I just feel like make your communications a little lighter. This could also talk about a sign. If you see a feather in the next 24 hours, maybe that's your spirit guides or your ancestors or the universe guiding you and telling you that you're on the right path. It could also talk about communication coming in. The kind of communication that you would want, coming in very swiftly. Alright, that was it for you, Gemini. Hope this helped. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.